For the third straight year in a row, NXT hosted from the Barclays Center. We had NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3. Oh my god, this is the reason why I love NXT so much. They just always know how to deliver a show when the card's not really that stellar, but I can't wait to go over that all tonight here, exclusively to PRFEmpire.com, the NXT recap. Before we had in-ring action, we had Cold Orange actually perform the NXT TakeOver 3 theme song, trying to get the crowd hype. I mean, that's fine. And we kicked off with Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano going one-on-one with Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega at ringside. This match was very, very good, I thought. And here's the thing, when it comes to these matches, like where you kind of like have two guys that are just fighting because they've only feuded for like 2 weeks and there's not very much story behind it, I thought Andrade Almas and Johnny Gargano really made this work. And the story, I thought, in this match was very, very good. You have two guys who are trying to like get on the cusp of like off their losing streaks, and they're both looking for a change in the direction of their careers. So that was very, very good. It did take him a while for the crowd to like really get behind him, because the crowd was like very like, we want to get into this match, but we need something that's very impactful to like really help us get into it. And boy, did they. I love the spot with Johnny Gargano doing the spear to Almas through the ropes. I thought that was very good. I thought Almas actually catching and actually sidestepped Johnny Gargano with the trying to do the spear through the ropes again into the DDT. That was very good. The double knees of the cord to Johnny Gargano, and that finish so fucking had me. Like, I legitimately thought after the double knees that Johnny Gargano was done. Very hard hitting. Zelina Vega was just standing out there at ringside, and as it looks like Johnny Gargano was about to go for the win, out of nowhere, and this was so freaking brilliant, she has the old do-it-yourself DIY tag team t-shirt and throws it to Johnny Gargano, and is just like, okay, what is this? Like, I'm trying to forget this. And then Almas takes advantage. Here's the thing. I mean, Zelina didn't technically get involved in the whole thing. She was just like, she just threw a t-shirt at him. But yeah, Almas hit his finisher, and Cien Almas, for the first time in a long time, actually got a win on TakeOver. Again, this match was very good. Out of both these guys, Almas definitely needed the win the most, because he's a heel, and if you're giving him a gorgeous manager like Zelina Vega, you really gotta help give him some steam. I can't wait to see what's gonna go on with those two right there. And here's the thing, I know people would want to see Johnny Gargano get a win here, but here's the thing, people. Johnny Gargano is not gonna get hurt by this loss. Like, he's the ultimate babyface. Like, this dude can go on a losing streak and you will still hear Johnny wrestling. And plus the whole DIY thing. I like the fact that Nigel McGuinness said that he doesn't think that Johnny Gargano is completely over, because let's be honest here, the money for Gargano is the feud with Ciampa when he gets back. So good match between both guys right here. It was a fun way to kick off the show. What was interesting that we got next was a bit of a cameo, because we did see Raw General Manager Kurt Angle and SmackDown GM Daniel Bryan, who I think I saw No Way Jose, Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, and Roderick Strong. I'm hoping I missed a person. I'm going to go back and watch. But interesting that they're already planning up that these might be the guys that'll probably get caught off. Roderick Strong, I don't know so much because there's a story there. But Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, and No Way Jose, I can see them get caught up soon when the shakeup happens. But up next here, shockingly, we had the second match be for the NXT Tag Team titles. AOP, the Authors of Pain, taking on Sanity's Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf. God, I wish Eric Young was representing the team for this match. Oh, also with one Corey Graves at ringside. Good to see Corey Graves back. And thank goodness, when the match was underway, Eric Young, using the Freebird rules, he actually got to be legal in the match. But yes, this match, people, you know my love for tag team wrestling knows no bounds, and the NXT tag team division has been one of the divisions I've been concerned with pretty much since DIY and the Revival had left NXT, because all you had was AOP and Sanity. And when I heard that this match was announced, I'll be honest, when I heard that this was going to be one of the matches for TakeOver when the rumored card was leaked, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. This is pretty random. But I'll eat my words here, because Sanity versus AOP, Now, was it like the in-ring classic that really won me over this match? No, and I thought the way this match started was definitely smart because honestly, these are two teams like where you really shouldn't be expecting like a good in-ring like type match, like in-ring quality, much like DIY and the Revival gave. Like this should have been a straight up brawl between Sandy and AOP because let's be real. I mean, out of all the matches, I guarantee you everybody was looking at this match of the card as like the weakest because leading up to this match, these just didn't feel like two teams that were like on a collision course to like really be like, oh my God, this could be a very awesome match. But as far as the match is concerned, the brawl was great. I'm glad Eric Young was a part of this again because honestly, at least you can get a pop from Eric Young because unlike Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf, they're good, but they just don't have enough like recognition as far as their members are saying it. They're just the members still to me. But yeah, the match was good. AOP, I gotta say, I'm gonna praise them a lot in this match because they've grown up so much since winning, well, actually since debuting against American Alpha last year. And then like going to the Destros Tag Team Classic and then beating up DIY back in San Antonio to win the NXT Tag Team titles, and they've just been a very good polished team. And yeah, and people, shocking moments, Sanity actually wins, and they're the new NXT Tag Team Champions. I so did not see this coming. Like, I really did not legitimately see this coming because I didn't think it made sense. I thought it would have been too soon. AOP still had so much going on. But yeah, Sanity out of nowhere wins the NXT Tag Team titles. And while the celebration is going on, holy shit. Former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, multi-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly out of nowhere made their NXT debut, and Red Dragon is in the NXT Tag Team division. I am so damn happy. This is one of the things that I was hoping that they were going to do, which I'm glad NXT is going to do, because honestly, with Red Dragon there, it automatically puts a spark in that NXT Tag Team division, because let's be real here, the Tag Team division once again has been a little sluggish as of late, but at least with Red Dragon, AOP, and Sanity, at least there's now a bit of a fire. There's still the Street Profits and a Heavy Machinery, so the Tag Team division is starting to get some life again. So let's just continue on with that trend. But yeah, Sandy, AOP, a better match than I thought, and big ups to Sandy. Oh, and also big ups to one Nikki Cross, who actually is my favorite member of Sandy, for taking the bullet for Sandy's team by getting put through that table, thanks to Kelly and Dane. Good stuff from Nikki Cross as well. Up next on NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, it was one Hideo Itami one-on-one with Aleister Black, the former Tommy End. This match, again, I'm going to be saying this all night, but again, this was fucking fantastic. Just absolutely great striking. I think it kind of took a while for the crowd to like really get back into the show, because this is where the pacing of the show I thought really did good, because honestly, if you would have put this like at the start of the show, honestly, I don't think the crowd is used to matches like this, because this was a very technical, hard-hitting match. Like, we saw a lot of rest holds, a lot of striking, palm strikes, kicks. Like, it was a very technical match of two guys who were just striking for most of it, and it was very, very good. It's good to put this in the middle of the show, so that way the crowd's not, like, too saturated, because wow, this would have been a good opener and a fine thing to the show. You had to open it up with something that could get the crowd behind him, and just like Aleister Black, he's good as a face, but he just has such a unique character that doesn't really like get the crowd behind him, but people do appreciate him and his work. And Hideo Itami, heel Hideo Itami is just fucking awesome. Like, this heel turn has just done wonders for him. This is a match like where I was concerned with, like, because Hideo Itami had just turned heel, and when somebody turns heel, you want to give him a win. But honestly, Aleister Black is such a unique entity as far as the NXT roster. Like, he has been protected so well. He's been booked great. Like, he's Undertaker like S. When he competes, when they let you know, and it's gonna be special. But yeah, Aleister Black with the black mass out of nowhere for the win. Interesting to see what the Hideo Itami Cassius Ohno feud goes from here, because I don't even think that's over. But I am wanting to see more from Aleister Black to see, is he going to get put in the NXT Tag Team title picture or the NXT Championship picture? Wherever it may be, I just want to see him battling for something other than him just having good matches. But yeah, great match from Hideo Itami and Aleister Black overall. And of course, this was the big one. It was up next, the NXT Women's Championship match. Asuka, the undefeated one, the Empress of Tomorrow, taking on Ember Moon. And I kind of found it funny that the hashtag for this match was the Strict. I just found that very cunning in a way. But yeah, the way this match kicked off, I like the way on how Ember Moon just started, just like went straight ahead at Asuka, because that's something different and that's something that her opponents have not done quite often. I think Nikki Cross might have done it, but yeah, because Ember Moon that knows that if you give Asuka an opening, she'll kick your head off like real quickly. So that was good strategy by Ember Moon. And I don't know what it is, I'm really trying not to be stereotypical here, but I noticed that Akira Tozawa, since he's Japanese, he knows how his mannerisms and how he's supposed to react. Asuka's very good at her facial expressions too. I don't know what it is, but she's just so good at her mannerisms. And then Ember Moon comes out of the gates like already on the top rope, gets Asuka on the outside, but then Asuka finds a bit of life when she remembers of Ember Moon's quote-unquote injury and starts to take advantage of it, suplexes her on her arm on the outside, and then just starts to go to work on the arm. And of course, throughout this match, we get a little bit of like wrist slots and chest holds, but then as soon as the kicks came, as soon as Ember Moon started to like really feel that, this match was fucking insane. And again, this is the theme that I've been doing throughout the night. This match was so amazing for like the last good 15 minutes that it got, because what I also loved and what NXT does so well is the fact that their finishers are protected. Ember Moon hit the Eclipse clean as a whistle and probably got one of the closest 2 counts I've ever seen in wrestling. Asuka sold that well. Ember Moon's facial expression sold that very, very well. And then there was a point where Ember Moon came off the top rope, not falling for the ref thing again. Asuka has the tights, but then Asuka is literally screaming to the ref because she got caught. And then Ember Moon hits a kick straight in the face. And I legitimately thought it was over, and Asuka still kicked out. Ember Moon once again getting frustrated. And then Asuka goes for like a cross arm bar, but then rolls Ember Moon into the chicken wing. And as Ember Moon looks like she's trying to get out, she taps out and Asuka retains. Good. People, I know there are a lot of you out there that want to see Ember Moon win, but here's the thing. There's no reason to boo Asuka. Asuka should be dominant. She's the most dominant competitor in wrestling right now. Ember Moon, while I loved what she put out in this match, I thought it was amazing, she just wasn't the one to beat Asuka. She never was. And I like Ember Moon's work, but she just wasn't. I think whoever wins that women's tournament should be the one to beat Asuka if they want to go down that route. But yes, fantastic match overall. NXT women's match. The NXT women's matches haven't really been all that stellar this year, other than the Nikki Cross stuff. But yeah, Ember Moon, this match was much better than the one from Orlando. Great stuff from these women overall. And congratulations for Asuka for retaining her title. And again, shout out to Ember Moon too, because I know there's definitely emotional loss as we saw after the match, but this is the first time since Ember Moon has been here that I'm glad that the crowd has finally got behind her in unison. NXT, what they do so well is they even make the people that lose their matches come out bigger stars. Amazing. Main event time here on NXT Takeover. Finally, we are here at the main event, the match that I specifically want to talk about. Well, actually, what happened afterwards. But seriously, people, it's main event time of NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Drew McIntyre going one-on-one with the glorious one, Bobby Roode, for the NXT Championship. Now, let me go ahead and say this. For what it was, the match was a bit of a sleeper. But that's only because Bobby Roode, we all know he works that slow, methodical Triple H style like he always does. And I was interested to see how Bobby Roode was going to work with somebody bigger than him for the first time. And the match was really paint by numbers. Like, this was really a WWE style match, not an NXT style of a match, but the match did kick up like in like the first like the last 10 minutes or so, but the match was actually very good after that 10 minutes, because the first 15 minutes of it I didn't really care about. But after, when Bobby Roode hit that, it looked like he was gonna go for a Hurricane Rana, but then it reversed into the glorious DDT. That was a fantastic transition. I mean, these guys fought outside, McIntyre tipped the world backbreaker Bobby Roode on the apron. I think they knew they had to get the crowd into it, because this was a very interesting match, to say the least. Very good. And lo and behold, after Bobby Roode hits the glorious DDT, he tries to go for it again. This was after the second week in a row that we've seen somebody hit the finisher and then go for it again. So a little telegraphed for my liking. But McIntyre, he gets out of it. And then all of a sudden, McIntyre hits the Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre is the new NXT champion. Now, I'm going to separate this. Again, the match was fine, just too WWE style for my liking. McIntyre winning does add a bit of intrigue, because I'll admit, Bobby Roode's NXT championship run hasn't really been all that glorious, for lack of a better term, because his matches don't really blow you away, but he is a good heel. So I'm fine with McIntyre being the champion. I just don't see him much as the face of NXT. Now, let's get to the shit that actually matters. People, an ROH invasion is upon us. Ring of Honor has finally got their shit in. Kyle O'Reilly, after making a fantastic impact in the NXT tag team scene, won Adam Cole, baby, made his NXT WWE debut and attacked Drew McIntyre as he was celebrating. This isn't like an ROH invasion by any means, but there have been talks of doing this Ring of Honor faction. It's gonna be interesting to see if Roddy gets put in there, because the whole Bobby Roode, Roderick Strong feud, which is why I kind of question why McIntyre would win here. But I will say this though, I love the way they debuted, because it's been a while since NXT's actually had a real legit surprise. Seeing McIntyre in the crowd was cool, but it's they go that well too many times. So it's glad to see that they changed up the people who have they have name recognition, but also debut in a different way. I will say this though, if you were gonna do this, I don't know why you would have Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish lose to Aleister Black 2 straight weeks in a row, because you gotta present these guys strong, but I guess that doesn't matter. And that closed out the show. Overall, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, fucking fantastic show overall. These takeovers have not disappointed, and I knew they were not gonna disappoint, because again, this was another card this year that was this could be good, but it's not gonna be this may be the takeover that fails. Screw it. NXT always delivers. I thought the Johnny Gargano Andrade Almas match was that had a very good story with Johnny Gargano. The NXT tag team title match definitely surpassed my expectations, with Sandy as the new champions and the debut of Red Dragon. Aleister Black and Hideo Itami was good, but it could have been better in my opinion. The NXT Women's Championship match, I honestly thought was the best of the night. I legitimately thought that was the best of the night, because it had me on the edge of my seat and almost legitimately believed that Asuka was about to lose. As far as the NXT Championship main event, it was fine, but it wasn't anything to write home about. But the surprise was great seeing Adam Cole. And what NXT does so well is that they get you looking forward to tune into next week. So can't wait to see what the future holds for NXT. This has been my review of NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. I will be back next week to review NXT regularly. I apologize for not uploading, but I am back, people, and we are NXT. Later days.